Hey guys, it's Mrs. Lacefield here again today, and we are going to be talking about solving two-step story problems with mixed operations. Last week, we did the two-step story problems, but it was just with addition and subtraction. Now, today, we're going to add in multiplication and division. So there's going to be all four, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing all together. Okay, so we do have two steps on each of these story problems. So that means you have two different math problems that you're going to be doing. And on your math assignment, it's going to ask you to write expressions. Expressions are basically just not story problems, sorry, just math problems without the equal sign. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to give you two examples, then you're going to finish the assignment by yourself. Now, if you watch this video, it'll be the same as last video. Guess what? I'm giving you the first two answers for the first two problems. Please listen to the lesson, the full lesson, so you know what to do. Okay? I have some kids that are skipping the lesson and they're not doing things correctly, so please do what you're supposed to. All right? So, number one, this is what it says. Read out loud. I might draw it a little bit for you like I did last time so you understand what you're supposed to be doing, and I'll show you how to write the answer. Okay? So it says Ivan bought 8 containers of tennis balls. Each container has 3 balls inside. He opened a container and lost 2 of the tennis balls. How many tennis balls does he have altogether? So first thing I'm going to do, like I said before, it really helps if you draw it out. Okay, so I'm going to draw 8 containers. So for the containers, I'm just going to draw rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there are the 8 containers of tennis balls. And it says that each container has 3 balls inside. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 in each. So here are my tennis balls. Okay, they're just stacked right on top of each other like they are when you get containers of tennis balls. Okay, obviously I could add more detail to this if I wanted to, or less detail. It's whatever you want to do that helps you understand what's going on, okay? So this is what I've got so far. 8 containers, 3 tennis balls in each, okay? He opened a container and lost 2 of the tennis balls. How many tennis balls does he have altogether? So let's say this one got opened, okay? So opened, no top. And then he lost 2 of them. Don't know how he lost them, he just did. Okay? So that means in this one, he's only got 1 tennis ball, right? So how many tennis balls does he have altogether? Okay, first I'm going to show you how you could solve it just from drawing the picture. Okay, so I could either count each individual tennis ball or I could count by threes and then add the one at the end. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to remember for threes, what did we do for the song? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So right there we have 21 and then 22. So right now he has 22 tennis balls, okay? But it didn't just ask for the answer. It asked for you to write an expression as well, okay? So I wish I had more room, but I'm going to erase all of these, okay? So remember, 22 is the correct answer. So first I'm going to erase all this. Okay, so first it said that we had 8 containers of tennis balls and each had 3 tennis balls inside, okay? This is going to be a math problem. We need to think. For that, would we add? Would we do 8 plus 3 to get the total amount? Would we subtract 8 minus 3? Would we multiply 8 times 3? Or would we divide 8 divided by 3? Well, if you think about it, we would do multiply. So our first part of the expression would be 8 times 3, right? So we had 8 times 3. That's how many we had total in all the containers. But then Ivan lost 2. So if we're losing things, are we adding it, subtracting it, multiplying it, or dividing it? Well, we would be subtracting. So we've got 8 times 3 and 24 minus 2. Okay, here are our two expressions. So you're going to write that 8 times 3 and 24 minus 2. So for number 1, by where it says expression, this is what you're going to write. Okay? And then our answer is 22 tennis balls. Remember, we want to label. So 22 tennis balls. Number 1, this is your answer. So you can see that I have two different math problems I'm doing. 8 times 3, 24 minus 2. And then we get our answer for that. You have to do both of the problems in order to get the correct answer, right? The way that I got the 24 here was by the 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24, okay? So make sure you put that down for your answer number 1. Now I'm going to go to number 2. I'm going to show you how you'd solve number 2. Then you're going to do the last 4 by yourself, okay? So number 2, it says Laura, Ryan, and Benny gathered 24 conch shells on their trip to Florida. If they give 3 to Laura's cousin and split the rest evenly, how many conch shells do they each get? Okay, so first, oh, sorry, that is very, very loud. My phone was just going off for a second. Okay, so let's draw this out. For the conch shells, it'll be easiest if I just draw a circle. I could draw out all the shells and everything, but I'm not going to, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get 24 because they gathered 24, right? So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, okay? So we've got 24 right here. So it says that they got 24 conch shells. Then they gave 3 to Laura's cousin. So I'm going to erase 3, right? Because they gave it away. So they gave 3 to her cousin. This is how much they have left. And then they split the rest evenly. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how many conch shells they each get. So this, and I don't usually draw it out this way, but I want it to be different. Usually I would use circles, but I'm going to use rectangles to make it a little bit more clear what I'm doing, okay? So we'll say this is Laura. This is, who's our second kid? Ryan. And then, oh, this is Benny. Sorry, Benny. You're a little rectangle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to divide them up evenly, right? Think about it like dealing out cards if you're playing a game, okay? So Laura gets this first one. Ryan gets the second one. Ben gets this third one. Then we go back over to Laura again. And all I'm going to do is I'm just dividing it up, right? Just like this. So and this can be a little bit confusing when you're drawing it out. You have to make sure that you're doing the same thing every single time, okay? So I'm always going to start with Laura for this one. And I'm always going to end with Benny. I think I just did Benny right then, so yeah. Okay, that's where it can get just a little tiny bit confusing if I don't stay on track, if I'm not focused, right? Okay, there we go. So now let's see if they all have the same amounts. Right here, Laura has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I forget his name. Who is it? Ryan, sorry. Ryan gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Benny gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they all get 7. Is it divided up evenly so they have the same? Yes, it is. All right, so my answer is how many does each get? Each person gets 7 conch shells. So this is how I would write it, okay? For the expression, I started out with 24, right? I had 24 conch shells. So 24, and then we gave away 3 to Laura's cousin, right? So 24 minus 3. That was my first expression. My second expression would be 21, right? Because 24 minus 3 is 21. And then I divided it evenly amongst the 3 people, right? 21 divided by 3, and that's how I got my answer. And then my answer is 7 conch shells, or I could just put 7 shells. All right? So that's how you solve two-step story problems. Like I said, each of these have 2 different steps to them. You're going to want to make sure that you write down each step in the expression, and then you write down your answer where it says answer. Please, please, please label. Okay, each problem is going to be worth 3 points, right? 1, 2, 3. You do not have to show me how you drew it out, but if you would like to, you can. Drawing it out helps you see it better. Okay, so I would suggest drawing it out if you get stuck. Please make sure you comment. Let me know if you have any questions. Go through this assignment. I know you'll do a great job, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.